Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar. Season 4, Episode 1, Season 4 Ho. This is one of our Pokemon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io. So go take a look at it and let us know what you think. For now, though, we shall get started with introductions, beginning with Enja.
Hello and good day, everyone. I will be your storyteller for this evening, Enja Lumareus. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I orchestrate all manner of events. I will be following our players today, starting with Rex Strider.
Hi, I'm Rick Strider. I'll be playing Chomper, a fire-water type Fuecoco. I'm gonna pass it off to Raharu.
Hello everybody, I'm Raharu and I'll be playing Paz, the solo water-type Sobble. On to you, Rob.
Hello, I am Archneer Rob. I shall be playing Scruff, Ground Ice type Swiner. On to Zim.
I am Raw Zim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu. Go ahead, Tao.
Hello, I'm Taldirus, and I'll be playing Vayne, the Dark Flying type Murkrow.
Alright, and for recap, I guess we're just going to go ahead and go down the list of what everybody was doing during the time skip. So go ahead, Rex.
Alrighty. I believe for Chomper was mainly training his aura as well as hanging with a certain new friend that he recently made. There's Zerf. I had a nickname for him. Zephyr.
Zephyrin's his name, but yeah.
And been mainly just kind of showing him around and hanging out with him while they're both actually training their skills to be able to use them in combat a lot better. As well as going, as Chomper puts it, Kaza's mom. But they did go as well to train with her as well during the time skip. Give me just a moment while I grab my notes from before, because I had some time skip notes.
A generous bestowal.
Whoa.
Things tipped $10, Razim coins.
I know, thank you so much for that tip. That is hugely appreciated. That's the first tier of the tip goal completed.
Alrighty then. This is gonna be a fun one.
Oh boy.
My old concern.
But yes, Chomper spent some time taking Zevran around and talking with people, mostly Amari, about his projection and aura control, and sort of in some cases just took a break from everything and just had some food, did some cooking, just kind of reset himself a little bit. Let himself just have a time when nothing went wrong and there weren't any stakes involved.
Yep. Pretty much ended up hanging out with Zephyrin and also doing a lot of training for the projection. And had a lamp stopping day with Furry most likely. But basically a lot of that during the time skip. We're gonna go down the line, right? Raharu for pass.
Yes. If I remember correctly, what Paz did during the time skip was having a bit of a conversation with Kaza, having to do with the little problem that he has been having after meeting with Cerny Cesare, and Kaza kind of what you may call it became rather empathetic to his plight and tried cheering him up. It kind of ended up, that conversation kind of ended up going to get an alcoholic drink from Sarok. and apparently Paz got very drunk in it. He also ended up practicing his how to manipulate eyes with what was his name again?
Lilac.
Yeah, with Lilac, and ended up finding out how to project the ice energy outside of his body instead of it coming out of his finger. Meanwhile, Wade ended up having a bit of a conversation with Kaza some days later regarding that whole situation with situation that happened in the Sigmund's at Sigmund's, the whole conversation about Bane, and they pretty much made up. And then Wade ended up trying to practice getting better hang of his electricity with Samantha, since even though he does have pretty good grasp of it at the moment, he still has a bit to go. I do believe that was it. Remind me if I forgot anything, DG.
No, I think you covered all the important points.
Okay. So on to you,
Yeah.
Rob.
So
Rob?
the stuff. It's like it happened to coincide with me having a mouthful of food. The Scuff spent a good chunk of the time skip diligently training Spirit Grove, which to everyone else looked like he was just face planted into the floor, possibly asleep. Nothing much different to normal Scruff. But no, he spent a good chunk actually training Spirit Grove with Nargonde and putting off a core memory that had previously attempted to surface during the drama of Vane being injured. He's been figuring out the inner workings of his signature move and its benefits to the team. He also spent a little bit of time with Sigmund, testing its recovery limits and practicing other types of recovery moves. And he's just been training and practicing stuff with his snoot pressed into the ground. Very, very exciting stuff. Onto the Zen.
As for Squirrel, he spent most of his time attending classes at the blacksmithing school and going into the dungeon and training with Rowless. Not much else happened with all that, mostly just all that.
He spent a portion of each day going through the dungeon, and altogether he did make a decent amount. A lot, along with resources.
Yes, he did get a lot of resources. And Pokey. But off to Vane.
All right. He used his favor with Sigmund in order to begin learning that knowledge drain spell in order to further his idea of trying to get back his memories of the original timeline. Sigmund ended up taking a look at his eyes during one of those training sessions, the one that his shadow that had Noah at the moment when he lost it, put it back in his head, and, well, it was acting very weird, and it turns out that he was kind of seeing, even through some things, a little bit of seeing life energy things kind of going on. Then he asked Kamis to help train Kaza when it came to some psychic things, considering that he happened to know from the other timeline that Kamis knows, psychic type moves. Or at least a psychic type move that he uses a lot. So he kind of figured that, Kamis would be pretty good to train Kaza. And it turns out that that was probably correct, considering the whole idea of psychosomatic movements and stuff in order to help train Kaza with the basics of it. Besides that, he just continued a lot of his magic studies, and when he wasn't doing that, he was stocking up on Pokey and the items for the trip. Well, we aren't taking it yet, but, dungeon items don't go bad, so he might as well start stocking up early. And that's pretty much all he did. Besides, his normal training with Kaza, yada, yada, yada. Hello?
Alrighty.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that my internet didn't die and I was just talking into the ether.
No, wait,
Nope.
I heard you.
Well, back to you then, Enja.
Alrighty then. Everyone is reconvening, and it's turning out that in the following morning there is a guild announcement letting everyone know that soon, or potentially even tomorrow, they're going to be opening a Guild Unity Festival for all teams of Platinum or lower to come and participate in. There are going to be 4 major events, a tournament, and a challenge styled around each of the different team types, reflecting on the strengths and obligations that each team that signed up for that category is expected to specialize in. Exploring, rescuing, and prospecting. They'll release the event schedule, but in the meantime, they will also release the size limitations and why this is a Unity Festival. It is intended for multiple teams to come together and join a 5 to 10 person group team. And before the event starts, see if they can't squeeze in some team training and coordinate. They can also willingly choose to opt out of certain events if they're not interested, but each event will have a prize attached to it, and should one team come out in first place in every category, there is a special prize. Of course, there will be some division. It would not be fair for rookie ranks to compete against gold or platinum ranks, so After a team comes together, they will assess the team and assign them a bracket, low, medium, or high. The prizes are not different between brackets, but it is better from their eyes if people competed against their peers. And that will be the announcement. The actual site of the event will be northward from Domovoy, and there will be plenty of transportation available for anyone who wishes to come either as a participant or just a viewer.
Paz is going to look at Chomper. Oh, isn't it? He's going to tell him. Isn't this this festival thing that you were talking to us about a few weeks ago? Or rather, a
Chomper
week ago?
nods. Chomper nods. Yeah, that's the one I got told about. I've been kind of looking forward to it, actually.
It does sound it does sound interesting. Not gonna lie.
Chomper nods. Yeah. Hope I
Do
can
sound like a
actually.
thing.
What was that?
It do sound like a thing. Hi.
Hmm. I do wonder what kind of what bracket our team will be given. Although I suppose that depends on who we end up partnering with.
I mean, the most reasonable choice would still probably just be Team Darklight, considering we're going to be going to Etre in the future, and it's probably best if we know how to work together.
Is going to not. Yeah, that does sound about right. That is true.
I mean, we don't technically have to, or anything. It's supposed to be a Unity thing, though, so even though I think our team has enough people to just enter as itself and have enough people to still do good with all the different, I guess, special events.
Chomper's
Go ahead.
Chomper's like dancing from haunch to haunch a little bit, kind of looking anxious, like but excited anxious. I can't believe we're actually gonna be doing a tournament. It's gonna be fun.
Paz is going to nod at Chomper. Yeah. I do wonder what kind of activities they're going to have us do.
Well, probably things related to each discipline. So, for example, on the Prospector, it'll probably be resource gathering or something like that. Rescue probably dealing with maybe people pretending to be problematic or things of that nature. Or maybe just having to rescue someone in danger. You know, maybe they have I mean, I'm going to try and figure out as much beforehand about the events in order to prepare, but
Exploration might be races inside of dungeons. At least, or at least I could see that happening.
yeah. But there's also a lot of different things that they could do, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff. I wish we had the bracket so we can see who we're going against and see our matchups and whatnot. But best thing you can do with these kind of things is work on your own game and what your strategy is going to be for what you can do than what you have to deal with, because things change a lot.
Chomper,
Especially
they
with
haven't
this-
even made any brackets, because teams have to come together and have to be rated.
Oh yeah, good, exactly. What I'm saying is, don't worry about it, because, it'll come up eventually. I think the big thing we need to make sure we do is watch our own skills and see what we can do. I'm actually looking forward to the combat and if they have anything to do with the saving one.
Paz is gonna nod. Should we go ahead and ask him directly if they want to come and join us for the festival? If they even want to enter, that is.
Maybe. I was going to see what the prizes were in the first place to see if they would even be interested.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I'm a bit curious.
Given just in time.
Oh, hey, Gimund. Gimund?
Hey.
Well, do your intro and recap what your character did for time skip.
Hey, I'm Gimund, and I'm playing Pyroclast. Sometimes Dark, sometimes Ghost, Fire Charmeleon. He is currently Ghost Fire.
And what you were up to during the time skip?
He was up to figuring out what Noah did to his archive, training his teleportation more. Gained a basically a group chat.
Oh, yeah, I do believe that I was about to say that. I do believe that you were training your teleportation with Kaza, specifically.
And probably some other things that weren't shown.
I see.
Like just some minor things. And one of the things that didn't get shown all the way was Pyro testing to see if Chomper with his music track can interact with data cubes, or at least some smaller ones. But by first seeing if it even works with the archive.
I don't believe anything would have come of it. Not particularly.
Let's
Understandable.
see. Yeah, fair. That was more to just see if it was even a possibility thing.
Fair enough.
Plus, I got that answer pretty easily enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, just as a small recap of what you missed, the guild put out an announcement about the upcoming festival. Mentioned about how there is 3 separate brackets. Each bracket has the same prize, but the winner of each bracket gets the prize, as well as there being some podium placement stuff. And if you come first place in your group among all events, then you get a super special prize. Also, it's supposed to be a guild coming together thing, so they kind of want teams to like group up with other teams.
Yeah.
But we were about to go and look at what the prizes were.
Yeah.
Also, to kind of see if it was even, worth it.
Kiki.
If I remember correctly, Casa was saying something.
He did just start saying something.
Yes. He was interested in what those prizes might have been.
Thumbs up.
See? We're all in agreement
Because
about that.
yeah, especially that coming in first place in every section in your bracket had to have been something special.
Yeah, it probably is something special, which is also kind of why I wanted to see what the prizes were in general, see if they'd tell us. I mean, if nothing else, it's probably good practice anyway, but if we could get something out of it while we're doing it, we might as well. So, do you want to go see what the prizes are?
Yes, if they're willing to give out that information, we should definitely inquire.
I mean, at worst, they'll just tell us no, so we might as well go ask.
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty.
I guess we can cut over to Team Darklight's reaction to the news, see if they're going to show
Yeah.
up too.
What are they
Yeah.
thinking about all this?
Well, for Squirrel, he doesn't have that much of an interest. He's got a golem to make and school to finish, and still needs to figure out what's up with his delivery
Petrified
and
wood.
stuff. Oh yeah, the petrified wood too.
As for Pyro, he might be curious, a little curious to go look.
Alrighty then.
All right. Well, sounds like at least Pyro and Edge are showing up.
Yep.
I suppose Squirrel will go with as well. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Everyone's going over to the Domovoy branch.
Sounds like it. So what's going on?
Alright. Well, naturally, there's quite the large number of different teams. You can even spot Team Snack Attack in the crowd, all eyeing a bulletin board of expected questions. Thankfully, also written in very large font so that many people can read them.
Well, you mean we don't have to cram just to like squint at like the point, the 5-point font they used,
No,
or the squiggles?
they figured that a lot of people would have a lot of questions.
You mean the board isn't covered in Pokemon, like literally just crawling on it?
No, no, it is not.
Wow, a lot of people are excited for the festival. I'm not surprised though.
I mean, I don't know if they're excited, but they might be.
Well, they're certainly interested, but prizes are shared. Or the information on prizes is in fact shared.
Nice.
Nice. What do we get?
Well, it does seem that there's first to third place prizes for each individual entry, as well as participation awards, so everyone will get something. But what might be of interest is the first place in all events in your individual bracket is a piece of custom equipment for each member of the group, which may have and the eligible requests is a soul save or skill increase.
Oh,
Both of which are kind of like good premium upgrades, so
indeed.
And what does that? How do you get those again?
Come first place in all categories in your bracket.
basically sweep the gauntlet inside of our power bracket.
Okay, but what are the rewards for each individual event?
Oh, alright. For the tournament, it is 20,000 Poke to be distributed among the group members and 2 type gems. First place in the Explorers event is an accessory of your choice for 1 status ailment immunity per member of the group. First place in the Rescuer event is gear for environmental travel of your choice for each member of the group. It comes in a mini wonder bag, just large enough to carry the gear without trouble, and a stretcher. And first place for the Prospectors event is an additional wonder bag for each member of the group of lowest rank for personal ownership. This is for personal ownership, so you don't have to turn this back into the guild.
Which, that's a good one.
As Quains as he reads the prizes, and he's just going to give a whistle. Ooh. Those are some very good prizes, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fair few useful things there.
This reminds me of like region battle when we used to fight, groups for our little tournaments back when I was a human. We cover our weaknesses, we might be able to win all of these.
I do think that we do have enough people to kind of have a good shot at each category. Honestly,
Chomper Nod's doing his little happy dance still.
Pyro did end up showing up, right?
Yeah.
and Squirrel. Just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
because they weren't like talking yet. So
I was actually about to say that the Pat is gonna look over to Team Darling to see what their reactions to it is.
Pyro's probably pointing out the type gem prize to Squirrel.
those suckers are expensive.
They're very expensive. But then again, getting first place in the tournament is also probably going to be hard since there's going to be multiple rounds as compared to the other events. So that prize has to be good.
True.
True.
Well,
question,
I
Digi.
guess we can go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Also, the explorers and prospectors one seems interesting.
Oh yes, very much so. You basically get a free wonder bag for your personal, well, having. That is not going to be guild monitored. This is just yours now. And environmental travel and a stretcher in case you need to transport someone injured. That comes in its own personally sized but probably below average wonder bag. But this does mean that, theoretically, you could have some, like, rock climbing gear or, like, snow travel gear for each member.
Yep.
Rex, you had a question?
Yeah, for Digi, if Zeph was currently there as well.
Oh yeah, no, he's sort of like following you, and I think he's probably going to be asking the rest of the team if he can't just like join or something.
I mean,
doesn't have an objection.
I mean, you are still a member of the guild, right? Like, you didn't go and like completely disband your team or something.
He says that he does want to do that, but he's not done it yet, so maybe he can just apply as an affiliate team.
I mean, I don't think you need to apply as an affiliate team. The entire point of this is for different teams to come together.
Right. So he's going to look at his badge. There are marks on the badge, probably from when he has tried and failed to crush it in his hand. It's a little dented, but he's not thrown it away yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for you to come with us on this. I'm gonna be training this whole time. Plus, Zeph, you're gonna be coming with us to our mission, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm still not quite caught up on why this is important to everyone, but sure, I'll go.
Well, it's important to me at least because there's a group called the Invaders out there. If they complete a dungeon, they will turn it into a chaos dungeon, which makes it mostly useless, and once it gets cleared, even once it disappears forever. And I don't want Etre, which is filled with cannibals, to suddenly have no food source.
He's going to nod. Alright, yep, alright, that's... Alright, there are stakes here. Okay. Right, let's let them keep their food source so they stay over there.
That's the goal. At least for me.
Yeah.
Everyone else can have their own reasons.
I, for one, want to not have that happen because that sounds very bad. And it's gonna help Pyro, help them with their goals.
Yeah. I do believe that Pyroclast got information that his friend might be over there.
Chomper nods. Yeah, I want to help him find them.
So are you interested in this at all, Pyro?
At least in a couple of these events. So, yeah.
Well, if you're going to participate in some, you might as well participate in all of them, considering the prize for winning all of them.
Fair. Also, yeah. Good practice for, like, working together before that.
Technically, you guys don't have to fight anything because you're paying for an escort, but he's just going to look over at Squirrel and then at Pyro, who he also knows to be quite gung-ho sometimes. And he's just going to go, I think you guys are going to fight regardless.
He's rubbing the back of his head.
Yeah, be a good way to practice for us working together. You know, we haven't been really seeing each other too much during this, with us doing our own thing, but yeah, it's a good practice before we actually have to get into some real fights.
Zevran's going to wonder something. Wait, how many people do we have if we have both teams? 9? Or 10?
Pyro's gonna start
It's 9, I
pointing.
believe.
Alright. Should we, like, tell everyone about our kits? Or, wait, no, I'm probably the only one that doesn't really know. Alright. I'm mixed ranged, but I can do a lot of long ranged and AoE stuff. With maybe some ailments if I get lucky.
I'm close range, but not melee, a lot of offense.
Alright.
I set up for about a 10 to 20 seconds, and then after that I'm good to go. I likely won't do too much in the first round unless it's necessary. It's probably better if some of us don't actually go as hard as possible, at least for the tournament part. If that's going to be multiple rounds, I don't exactly want people knowing exactly what we do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First, once the tournament starts, other teams are probably going to scope us out, so we shouldn't go all out.
Well, if that's what we're doing it, they're going to be very late, considering I'm going to be scoping them out before that. The moment they start registering. After all, they're likely going to be trying to do some sort of team training themselves in order to get their groups to work together, and, well, in order to do that, they need to use some place, and it's likely that they're going to be using the guild or areas around, so keeping an eye on them and figuring out what they do shouldn't be too hard.
Then he's going to look around. Alright, 9 people. We have room for one more. Would it be uncalled for if we tried to sneak someone in?
Sneak someone in? I mean...
We have to openly register, so...
Yeah, no, but like... We know someone strong who is small, technically, but known about. What if we tried... What if we asked Sigmund to go back into a Fennekin and register with us?
That would probably end up being a DQ. Also, if we have him do everything for us, we won't really get anything out of this, will we?
No. It's just that, well...
That is also assuming he'd agreed to that to begin with.
I was going to bring up, we need to have a way, even if we wanted to do that, we need to have a reason for him to want to do that. Because I don't think he exactly wants to spend his time effectively splashing around in a kiddie pool.
No, well, we obviously we would just ask him to sit in the back line and do some healing stuff. Healers are always, and then he's going to consider now that he did spend some time with Sigmund, and he's like, never mind. he's He's actually very rude now that I'm thinking about it again.
Were you going to insinuate that he was a bleeding heart or something?
I mean, he's supposed to be a doctor, right?
He is.
Isn't that just...
No.
Aren't they... Okay.
He's not. He's not your regular run of the mill doctor.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he specializes in being as rude as possible to make sure that people he doesn't want around don't stick around.
He's going to scratch the back of his head, like... wondering if he can't just, like, go out and try and find some healer that can... Or some other, like, general support. So that Chopper doesn't do all of it. He remembers playing MMOs.
Look, if you want to go and try and scope out someone that might be useful, it's a group event anyway, so if you find someone alone and useful, so long as they aren't going to cause problems, I don't exactly see what, the issue would be if we fill out our 10th slot.
To be the first one to grab them, but it might be worth looking around.
Has nods.
Before he starts getting another idea, but frowns because he's not sure if this is a good idea. But he's gonna say it anyway. What if they registered with the guild before the event finished happening?
What?
Before the event starts, I mean. Like, what if we could get someone to join the guild today?
I mean, the guild is pretty much always welcoming of new people, and regardless of that, it's open to all guild members. They didn't exactly put a bunch of caveats on it.
Cool.
Who are you going to try and get to join the guild today?
Well, what about Noah? He's been resting in a lot of different people, so maybe he's ready to come back?
You want to put Noah into a combat tournament right now?
Okay, who
Yeah,
even is
even-
this guy?
Oh,
This is Zevran.
this is Zeph. This is remember he was with us during everything Gyarados and
He's the whatchamacallit, the Mel Kangaskhan kid. That was the the quote unquote partner of the Tyrogue.
He's the chosen that was being messed with by Cresselia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for most recent events, he has been in the background, observing and being confused about everything.
Yep, because he hasn't exactly gotten a decent explanation about the entire situation.
yeah, he's been
Yeah,
mainly
so-
hanging out with Chomper and training with him and talking with him, so nothing too
And-
detailed about anything unless they talked off screen.
So, but he was there for the entire Noah being spread around to people event
Yes.
thing.
He
Yeah.
was.
He knows that Noah is somebody special, but like maybe if they put him back together, he'd be down. They have a spot open, and he's apparently a friend.
I'm going to say no, because he is definitely not better yet.
Even if he was better, if we just end up putting him back together right now, it'd be putting somebody who just recovered from injury into a tournament. That doesn't sound right.
It'd be the equivalent of waking up a coma patient and going, "Hey, you want to fight in a tournament?" Who also has the mental capacity of a child currently and is unfamiliar with the feeling of pain.
So we're basically Yeah, we'd be basically asking Goku without a ki boost. All right, fine.
Goku?
I'm just going to assume that you're referencing
Never-
something.
Chomper
Never
nods.
mind.
I don't think they watch anime.
Pyro's just looking to Edge to see if he knows what they're talking about.
Are you two?
And
Are you
just
two?
giving him such an unpleasant look.
Are you two from the same world? Has is saying to Chomper and Severin.
I
Might be.
guess at least have some of the same stuff, I suppose.
Neat.
I mean, certain worlds can definitely have, like, similar things. There is the concept of parallel worlds, after all.
Either way, we're not involving Noah with this.
All right. Let's scrap that idea for now. I don't know yet.
You know what? How about we just make it official that as of yet, all of us, the 3 teams that we have here, because technically there's 3 teams, are all joining up for this. We're at 9 out of 10, and if anyone wants to, as a solo, request to join, they can do so. There's a bunch of people here. Obviously, people are going to be looking for someone. If we get raided, we know what bracket we're in. We let the guild know that we might pick up one more person, and if we do, we get re-rated just in case. But that way, people know about how strong we are. We might pick someone up, we might not, and either way, we can focus on other things than trying to scalp and find a single useful person.
That sounds
Sure.
good to me. I'm actually really excited to see what y'all have learned, since we've seen each other last.
So, what's our name then?
Do we need a group name?
We need some identifier, I think.
I would imagine they will just call us by the combination of all of our teams. Although I suppose that would be bothersome for like many small teams coming together, like 5 teams of 2.
Yeah.
We don't have a good track record of picking names.
Chomper had their mouth open, then closes their mouth.
The 2 teams. Team Light Chaos.
Like chaos. Wait, who was the one that said that?
Zevran looked between Team Darklight, Team Chaos, Team Light Chaos.
Yeah, no, but good try.
I mean, it's better than Dark Chaos.
True.
We may be bad at names, but we can probably do something at least mildly better than mashing 2 team names together.
We can think of that a little bit. We should probably go ahead and register already.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well get rated early. We'd probably be one of the first teams to actually sign up.
That, and also considering that if we get rated and we put out the little advertisement thing early, we'll have the best chance of picking up a useful solo.
Yeah.
Again,
Also-
I'm not exactly worried about it, though.
Also, I'm curious, Severin, right? What was the name of your team?
he's going to frown and try to consider, since he has effectively discarded that memory very willingly. I think we were Team Dreamer. His lips curl as if he was spitting out something sour.
Paz is gonna nod up and down. Yeah, that doesn't really help. Feel free to forget about it.
Gladly. Before
Okay.
Ed considers.
Chomper looks over a bit
Team
concerned.
Void?
What'd you say, Digi?
Team Void? It'd be really funny if we just put an empty space there, and then said, "No, that's Void."
No. We're not going to be doing something that, first of all, is going to make it a nightmare for record keeping.
A spacebar is an input.
You haven't learned your lesson when it comes to doing bad paperwork, huh?
I'm kidding. Sorry.
When you say paperwork, Pyro just is 1,000-yard stare.
Especially considering, Vane was mentioning it. With
And
record keeping and paper.
And from
Yeah.
having to deal with Edge and that.
Yeah. Honestly, if we're just going to be throwing out random things, I guess the only thing that we really all have in common is that we're all trapped in this dumb time loop, so team iteration.
What does that mean?
It basically means going through something again and again, iterating on it. Like how when you make food or something and you change things slightly in order to try and improve it. Each attempt that you make is technically speaking called an iteration.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's about the only thing we have in common, is that we're trapped in this dumb time loop. Because we're all trapped in a time loop.
True. I mean, I guess. But that would exclude Kaza. I was about to say Team Otherworld because, well, most of us are from Otherworlds, but that would exclude Kaza.
Otherworld iteration?
That's too long.
Fair.
You need
Has it-
could just go with Team Chosen.
But that also leaves out people.
That was doing.
Paz is heading towards the registration line as we're talking. By the way,
I mean, honestly, out of game, I legitimately, I think the only thing our characters have all in common is being trapped in a time loop.
Yeah.
That's the literal one thing, which is why Vane is just like, guys, this is the one thing we all share.
yeah.
Pyro's just now looking at Scroll to see if he has any ideas to this.
Well, I was going to say, Squirrel's just going to speak up. Well, I guess you guys have this handled, so I'm probably going to head over back to class and stuff.
Oh, wait. How has class been, Squirrel?
It's been going well.
Also, they kind of need you here to get rated, at least.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be rating us, so.
Yeah, we need.
That's
So could you give us a bit? Could you give us a bit of your time, please?
It's good seeing you.
I guess I can stay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Chomper plays it cool.
Although, well, when is your classes actually? Do you have a set schedule, or did you just go whenever you want?
I have no idea on that, so after the neighbors are done being an issue, we'll have to get that answer from Enja.
Fair enough.
I loved how the neighbors went
Bark.
like right there.
Work, work.
We'll be right back after this neighbor iteration.
Liberation.
Neighboration.
Oh wait, here's a team idea. Team neighbors.
No. That's a god awful sitcom over here.
I will make the roof fall upon your head.
And that's made of dungeon material. That'll hurt.
Ouch. Also, we had a question, Digi. Is Squirrel's class thingy, is it in a set schedule, or he just goes whenever he wants?
It is morning and afternoon, but as the school is affiliated with the guild, classes can be momentarily suspended for the duration. Since there's probably many people who want to participate or watch. Because of another thing. With so many people coming into the area, there is a good opportunity for all the students to make sales for everyone who will be wanting armor for the tournament or specialized equipment for the other events.
Interesting. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah, so I guess that answers that question.
And I guess that while we're waiting through the line, Pyro's gonna ask Scroll. So, what's your favorite thing you've been working on during this little break we've had?
I've been working on getting better with my aura so I can make the golem.
Ah.
Nice. Zeph and I have been working on our aura too, so we can be better at our fighting and using our skills. Have you been able to make any golems yet, or you still in the learning process?
Squirrel is finished and it is ready to begin with construction now that he's learned his crafting. As a matter of fact, if he devotes the following days, you might be looking at your 10th member fairly soon.
You can technically be a tool, and therefore not a member.
Well, from hearing that explanation, I guess, well, from Squirrel as well, but he would probably tell me something about that. Chomper is just like wagging, like, well, I mean, dang, if you make that golem fast enough, maybe they can. Is it a rule against having golems as our, member of our team for this?
Magic is extremely rare and usually not known of, so
I don't particularly think that would count as a team member. If anything, it would count as equipment. Maybe? I don't know.
I think it's a gray area. But I would consider it a +1, probably.
I mean, if not, that means we could have an extra member and a golem, and they wouldn't count the golem, which, yay! Also good.
Has is going to shrug. I mean, if it's a lot at all, I guess.
Either way, so long as it's useful, I don't particularly have any, I guess, concerns about it.
Have you thought of a name for it?
No, not yet.
Fair.
Either way, rooting you on for that. Well, do we have any registering things we have to do, or should we just go ahead and maybe start training up a little bit? What do you think?
Let's go and register.
Yeah.
After all, we do need to get rated, and it's probably better to get that over with early.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Oh wait, I just thought of something. BFFs. Let's see. Besties fighting fate. Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'll keep thinking of stuff. And Comper keeps going with Zeph to the registration.
Huh. Fighting fate. How about fighting fate, actually?
As a team name,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, it sounds pretentious to me, but I'm not exactly good at naming things, so.
I mean, it's not bad. What's your opinion, Scroll and Edge?
I think we should just let them introduce us by our team names and not try to come up with a combined thing.
Fair. As Pyro is then looking to Edge to see what Edge has to say for that.
I mean, if we're a combined group, I don't think it matters if the name is very cringe. Let's fucking do it. Let's be as pretentious as we want to be.
I don't exactly want to be pretentious, though.
Dark Fighting Fate
Well-
sounds like a cool name. I mean, Fate
Well,
Fighter
it's
sounds
better.
like a TV show, though.
Well, it's better than Team Trauma.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess Fate Fighter sounds less pretentious, maybe.
It still
Mm,
sounds pretentious.
fair.
I mean, I guess I don't particularly care that much. I'm just more bringing up that it sounds pretentious, and if we name ourselves something pretentious, it's going to make the others want to go after us more.
You're not wrong. It was a good try though, Jumper.
Zever,
I'll keep thinking of
Zever's
stuff.
going to try one more thing. All right, what if we just say Team Tiny? We are all. None of us are very large.
Yeah, they'll probably make the other teams either target us or underestimate us, which is also good. Mind games.
Well, both.
I mean, even Kotz is kind of just blinking at that one. Is like, well, it's less objectionable than many other things, but it's very,
Has is going to say. I mean, it's true that it might cause others to underestimate us. That could be a good that could be a tactical advantage of some sort, even if it's funny.
Mind game.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one.
Edge just says it's so boring.
Think about you're the enemy team. You just got bopped by you. Like you're standing over them, Edge, and they call out, you just got beat by Team Tiny. Decimated.
You know what? I'm thinking of something in my head and it's becoming funnier. Curse you, Team Saturday.
Just so you're cutting out a lot.
You got cut out. You got cut out when you said the name exactly.
Curse you, Team Tiny. It's like we're the protagonist on a Saturday morning. All right, I'm coming around.
Okay, how is the line to registering looking, by the way?
Short at the moment.
Okay.
We were going there pretty much like right away, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet this is gonna get packed later.
Yep, that's why we're doing this right now. Pass is heading to the register and it's heading to the register. I mean, I believe that we were in the line while we were talking.
All right. then the group gets to register. But there is one last surprise encounter. Because the team ahead of you, some are people that are recognizable. And one that has Kaza very surprised. Saga? What are you doing here? Oh hey.
Oh, hey guys.
She currently has her head poking out of a Zoroark's hair. What up? What are you doing in there? I'm on a team. Excuse me?
How does this Zoroark look like, by the way?
Yeah, which one is it? We know, like, multiple.
Yeah, mainly a muscly one.
Well, we know two that's on that same team, actually.
Yep. But, in front of the in front of the Zoroarks and Saga are two other familiar people, and then two more. It's the twins and Team Snack Attack. And
also, you never answered which Zoroark it was.
Yeah.
It was Arcanus.
Okay.
Arcanus is the buff one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Though Atrano's fairly wide himself.
Yeah.
Arcanus
But the other, it's the other A1, yeah.
This is a real all-star. This is a real air quotes all-star cast in front of you, because it is Team No Worries, Atrano, Arcanus, Saga, and the twins.
What?
Veda's just gonna shrug and go, well, it isn't like we have to care about them, considering they're gonna be in the bracket above us, likely. I don't think we're gonna go into the upper bracket. We are a bunch of bronze and silvers.
Yeah, but I didn't know the twins joined a new team. Also Snack Attack?
I don't know if they joined a team. This is a multi-team event.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
but
it seems like a lot of air quotes other teams came together.
question, Digi, the twins. Are you talking about the assassin twins?
Them's the ones.
Okay.
However,
Jumpers
you
is
don't see their swords on them. They probably had to turn those in again. It seems that they might be joining on with Team No Worries, if badges is to be believed.
Oh boy.
but they don't have long. But they don't have long as their air quotes full group registration is about finished, and most certainly they're going to be put in the higher bracket. But they will be asked to please abide by the restrictions, as they will be monitored. As this seems to be directed towards Artanis, Atrano, and the twins.
Oh, so Atrano is there.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so it is both.
Yeah. If that being the case, Paz is going to wave at Atrano, actually. Hey,
Atrano waves back, happy to see Paz.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I've been back and forth. Keeping it cool.
Paz nods.
Artanis gives him such a smile. Atrano seems a bit more relaxed than he was before.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know you got pushed into the other timeline, or at least part of it. Just make sure that if you are intending on continuing to train members of the team, you make sure you're registered as such, because last I checked, you still were, listed as one of our team's trainers.
Right.
I kind of didn't know you were back, but...
It was recent occurrence.
When did you come back?
Well, I actually came back and then I had to go back. It's kind of a mess, but we're seeing if we can't establish a connection between the 2 points.
Sounds
If you're talking about the timelines, I'd recommend talking with the dungeon merchants about that, considering they're capable of sending messages back and forth.
Right. That's probably an easier way to go.
It's probably better than trying to find a way to localize into both simultaneously, yes.
Artanis, good news! I managed to keep my job, but after I got chewed out.
Paz is gonna give him a thumbs up.
Whoop, looks like it's your turn. Good luck.
Don't push people into other timelines in the future.
Noted. But they're more standing by the entrance than actually leaving, so you will have your opportunity to converse with them more if desired. Though the twins are leaving ahead, you are noticing a new mark on their back. That looks more like a glyph than anything else.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. Chomper's taking note of that and putting a little note.
So he's Paz.
Yep. Before he does go in, he's just gonna give another look at Atrano and just be like, by the way, I need your help with something later. I don't care when, but just sometime in the near future.
Got it. I'll be available.
Oh yeah, I guess the team is gonna go get raided.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll be conducting an interview and assessment of your current abilities and strengths. And how you feel about the other members of the group.
Oh boy.
So, let's
As
go.
they cohesion check the least cohesive team that's going to sign up.
Well, everything has to be taken into consideration when placing a group into a bracket.
That's fair. I just have to point that out. It's kind of funny.
It is.
All right. We'll start. We'll be going down the order with NPCs last.
Fair.
Except in Pyro's case, he and Edge will be having theirs together. Chomper!
Yeah.
Yes.
They'll be asking you to show them your moves. Talk about some of your strengths, your weaknesses, and your thoughts on the other members of your party.
Alrighty. Not sure how format you want to do this, but I guess I'll just have Chomper just talking about all that. Correct?
Well, if you want to just pass it over, you can give a brief summary. I believe, unless there are specifics that you want to know, showing them your move isn't terribly difficult.
Okay. Chomper, basically, to keep this brief, does just that. Kind of goes through his teammates' moves, at least what he knows, and kind of explains how he's been pretty much training his kind of projection aura, and have been learning that more. His base kit tends to be kind of a burst close range damage, not as much far range, but he does put a focus on support. Hence the healing hugs and the wolf howl. And kind of just goes through a lot of that skill set and talks up, passes projectiles and Squirrel's weapons fighting as well as physical fighting, and a bit of what he's seen Vayne do as well. Not every bit, but just the base kind of kit as well as and go through Zephyr's. But yeah.
Alrighty then. So that would they'd be very interested in your unique projection move. Very much so.
He explains it and talks it. He doesn't really show it as much, mainly because it tends to take a toll on him, either like taking up energy. But he do kind of show like a small example of kind of being able to use it, per se.
Understandable. They'll put this under consideration, and the fact that you're still undergoing mastery of the ability. This would probably be great utility. Alright, I suppose next would be Paz.
Yeah.
Same questions.
Paz is going to mention his ability to use water and ice energy. He's mostly a long range combatant. He's also capable of using electric energy, actually, although not offensively. He's also going to mention that he's under a bit of a special situation, you may say, where he's actually two people inhabiting a single body, and the other individual inhabiting this body has a completely different skill set to his own. He's mostly a weapon user.
Big
Hello?
doggo interruption, it seems.
Oh. Dang it.
Because that's he muted real quick.
Ah,
Yes, no.
Oh my god, they finally shut up. Okay. They will say that ice is a very common complement to water, though on your file it does say that you can shift
Paz is
to
going to
someone
nod.
more close range.
Paz is going to nod. He can shift to somebody that uses weapons, and also uses electric energy.
Interesting. Electric and water is a less common
Less common.
type matchup.
Oh, very much so.
But diversity is always welcome.
Paz nods. As for how I think about the other teams, I am mostly indifferent to them. I just know that they're strong.
Alright then, noted.
Yep. On to you, Pyroclast and Edge. Oh, Gimund is muted.
I guess we
Alright
can
then.
skip over him.
Scruff, go!
Hey. Scruff will casually bimble up to them. Hello.
Need a reminder of the question, or do you want to just answer them?
Reminder of the question.
Alright. They want to see some of your moves, go over some of your strengths and weaknesses, and then what you think of the others.
Alright, hello. I can do this, and he will shadow claw. He'll waggle the fingers at them. And then I can do this, and he'll do a little pump of snow. And I'm more support in the back. A bit of range. I'm not so good close up. I will be supporting the team though. I can use a few recovery and defensive moves. The rest of my team, Rain is very strong. Chomper is very energetic. Taza also very strong. More close range physical than long range. And Paz and Wade are good ranged, I think. Yeah. Scruff will nod firmly. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah. Scruff is very clearly racking his brains as best as he can to remember what exactly his team actually does, and is very pleased that this has been deemed acceptable. Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to make him talk if he's got nothing to say.
Well, Spot will bimble off again.
All right. Squirrel, your turn.
Squirrel will go in. Well, I fight with my weapons, really.
Then they'll ask if they can see your weapons.
He just kind of gives a shrug otherwise.
All right. Given the emblem here, we're given the impression that they're yours, in that you made these personally.
Yes, I did.
It's quite impressive.
Had some help, but yeah, I did.
Did you getting killed by those dogs right now?
I'm
Indeed.
very with them. I'm very.
Was that all that you wanted?
Yes, that should be more than. Well, so you don't. So you primarily utilized your weapons instead of.
Correct. I do have a couple of moves, but they're not very strong compared to the weapons.
Well, that being the case, what are your thoughts on the others?
I mean, Pyro's pretty good. I basically know nothing about Scruff. Paz has kind of been mostly a bossy jerk. Fane is unstable and dangerous. Chomper's good. I know nothing about this other kid, though.
So, it'd be safe to say that you're rather displeased with, Which one?
That could apply
It's
to a
out-
couple.
I was gonna ask if that was like an in-character question or if he just got interrupted by something.
No, that was an in-character question because they don't. Well, they don't know who we might be referring to.
Well, they're asking that if he's rather displeased with someone, and, well... There were at least two that could possibly apply to with Paz and Vane.
Fair enough.
So... Displeased with who?
Well, we've not gotten to everyone on your new team yet. Or this new group that you're putting together, but it seems that you hold some dislike towards some of them.
Squirrel will nod. I don't really... I don't really like all of them, no.
Do you feel slighted by them, or has there been some other occurrence?
There has been a lot. But mostly slighted by Paz. I guess I'm kind of getting better with Vane. Still very unstable and dangerous, but... he's okay sometimes? Ish?
So you feel generally unsafe.
Generally unsafe. And then you cut out.
Oh, so it would be safe to say that you generally feel unsafe around them, then?
I mean, I don't think that Paz could really hurt me. He just is very bossy and such. And kind of treats me like he's superior to me. As for Vane, I think everybody's unsafe around him except for Kaza.
Noted. So those two have a bond of some sort?
Does Squirrel I don't think Squirrel actually knows that they are together yet.
I think
I don't
Chomper
believe-
rambled it at him once, like as a mention, but
We'll just... Yeah, they've got some kind of bond. I don't really know what's going on there.
Hmm. Noted. Any other mentions you'd like to give?
Well, I guess I didn't mention Kaza. Kaza is good, though.
Oh. That's good. So there are some people that you do at least feel decent around.
Yeah. Squirrel shrugs. I mean, the rewards are kind of nice, but I'm mostly here because, well, they want me to join on this, so here I am. And I guess we're
We
going on a
eventually.
mission together or something soon, so... Bonding, I guess?
Have you been potentially pressured into this?
Not too much, but a little.
Hmm.
Can I go get back to my class and all that stuff now?
Of course.
Cool. Squirrel's gonna head on out and just make his way back to the school. Provided nobody stops him, but you know.
No one's stopping him.
hey, Pyro, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. I guess do you want to go back to it being Pyro's turn because we kind of skipped over him because he was stepped away for a second.
Yes. All right. It is time for your interview for both, or for first Pyro and then Edge. So, they would like to see some of your moves, and then they would like to Hear your thoughts, or hear about your strengths and weaknesses, and then your thoughts about other team members.
I am going to step away for a few minutes. Gotta go take care of something.
Okay. Kiki. Pyro's gonna share some of his moves. I tend to be a bit of a combo specialist, I guess is the right word. With this guy.
Edge. Hey, yo, it's me. I'm the combo. The combo. Could you maybe elaborate on that? What do you mean that you are the combo? Not really sure where you're confused on this.
Well, I think he means by that, I tend to utilize him in, with my attacks, as combos. Like, he uses a Furry Cutter, and I'll, enhance it with a flame attack. Or flame move.
Aha, I see.
I tend to be mid to short range and melee with those. Sort of direct it as a slash outward for some things. If I'm up close, I can just use it as a strike on them.
Fair. I believe I'm beginning to understand.
And I guess to help get me in close occasionally, I have a shadow sneak. But lately I've been kind of working on the teleportation side of things, and turns out I can do a lot more with that. What's like the size of this interview room?
They've repurposed one of the meeting rooms, so it's a sizable room.
Basically gonna teleport to the farthest point in the room from where he's at.
That will get the point across.
And then he's gonna teleport back. So yeah, I've been working on this.
Interesting. It's a decent distance. You can do it pretty quickly, too. You've clearly put in some practice.
Yeah. Kind of wanted to learn more about teleportation, because I kind of learned Shadow Sneak when I evolved, so was more of an instinctual understanding rather than an actual understanding. As for weaknesses, I guess he remembers the being stabbed.
So then, do you have any other things that you feel are worthy of mention, or do you want to go on to opinions on the other people?
As Pyro looks like he's thinking, I guess, I am kind of a little squishy at times because I do get into melee, and I'm not really built for it, for long encounters in melee.
You think acquiring some armor might be of assistance to you?
That's on the plan. As he remembers asking Squirrel for some light armor. Yeah, and pretty sure this guy won't let me go into a fight without something like that again. As he's looking at Edge.
I see. You two must have quite the connection then.
Yeah. You could say we're best friends.
Edge nods. So, Edge, what are your feelings? Well, I am his combo assistant, and I am his weapon, and I am an excellent weapon. We can combo very well. Because, well, needless to say, when he starts swinging me, I just prepare a move, and, well, with enough time together, we've just sort of worked out the timing. So we're pretty good when it comes to teamwork and heavy single strike damage. Though I tend to stay in his hands, so I wouldn't call myself particularly cool, I guess, if that's a drawback. And it sucks when I get hit, because if he's clashing with something and he fucks up, I'm the one that takes that hit. So, like, I guess that's just the price of business here. But, everyone in this group, except the new kid, like the new kid, starts with Z or whatever, boy, they get in over their heads, like, so fast. Like, goddamn. They're definitely gonna drag my partner into some mess. But they're also taking on an escort request, so, like, I'll learn to deal. Oh yeah, and Squirrel. Squirrel's cool. He's on our team. That's why he's cool. Because he's on your team? Yeah. Scary kid. But I think he knows how to treat a sword right if he could just... I'm gonna figure out how to get along at some point. But, like, when I want to. And then he's gonna be great for me. Okay. Do you have any other thoughts on any of your members? I've already said them. Beyond that, no. Okay.
Pyro just has a claw over his face.
They're going to write it down, and Pyro and Edge's interview is over. Next is Vane.
All right. Well, he'll go ahead and enter.
Same questions. They're not going to use any of the information that they've acquired during the interview to probe any deeper. They're sticking to the basics. They're asking for a demonstration of his abilities, strengths, weaknesses, and his thoughts on others, or the other members of his group.
All right. Well, for the moves, he'd show off most of his moves, not the ones that he obviously keeps secret for a reason, and none of the moves that hurt, exhaust, or otherwise overly debuff him.
That's still
So
a good
he will.
selection.
Go ahead.
That's still a good selection.
Yep. He'll show off his buff moves, of which he has like 3 of. And to be fair, one of them is literally just a dinky little movement speed increaser, but it's still good utility to have. So, and he will show off his version of the threads, because he retooled it a bit. Instead of focusing on stun on the enemy, instead he made it so that way it chains between multiple of them, and it has 2 ranks of remove stat change.
Impressive. So you're a build up and unleash fighter.
Generally speaking, yes. I consider that to be more efficient. There are certain downsides to it, especially if facing off against someone particularly aggressive, but that's also generally that's kind of what I have a team for.
Fair enough.
As for weaknesses, I guess that leads into that pretty well, considering that I'm not exactly the most capable in melee. I have an option I can do, but it's generally speaking not the healthiest option, so I'm not going to go for that. I'll likely pick up something in the future to actually cover that weakness, but it's not exactly a common theme that I have to deal with, considering, well, flying type. It's a good bit harder to get into reach of me compared to other people.
All right. Noted and understood. How do you feel about other members of your team?
Are you asking for personal or professional?
Personal. We're trying to judge with these comments general team cohesion.
Wouldn't it be better to ask about my professional opinion then?
Beg pardon?
If you're wondering how we work together as a team.
Well, an amount of that is also willingness too. So we're trying to determine, are you a group that's come together beforehand, or are you just meeting now and are going to be cooperating for this event and just this event?
Well, for that, Zevran is the newest. There's a bit of a tricky situation regarding him. He's likely to keep sticking around from what I've seen, and he seems interested in tagging along with our next, I'll just say, expedition that we're going to go on, of which we're all going to be there and together. So We are going to have to be working together in the future. As for my willingness to work with people, I will work with anyone so long as they are even mildly useful. Of which everyone here is at least mildly useful.
Righty then. Any particular notes, or will you leave that be as a general statement?
I guess as a general note, I prefer working with my team, but considering that this is a group event and we're effectively forming an overarching team for the purposes of this event, I will work with anyone that is on the team.
Alright, you work better with your team. And people that are on your team directly. If there's nothing else you wish to add, then thank you.
Who do you want me to send in next?
Let's see. The only ones we haven't interviewed yet be Kaza and Zevran.
I have returned.
I'm aware I'm asking who you want me to tell to go in next.
Oh, Kaza will do.
In that case, Vane will get up and go. And I'll let Kaza know to head in next.
Alrighty then.
I mean, he'll just be hanging out outside anyway, but, like, leaving the room.
Kaza would show them his, very standard skill set. Self-sufficient fighter. Close range only, but with teleportation to close distance needed. And, good self-sustain and ramp up as the fight goes on. His strengths and weaknesses are fairly apparent. He has no options when it comes to ranged moves. But, he's, pretty good at getting in people's faces and staying in their face. With a debuff, should the fight start dragging out, or he finds himself at a disadvantageous position. And following this, his thoughts on others are generally positive. And he will make special note of there's been some friction in the team, but they're getting past it. And hopefully over this event everyone can get along as like friends. But he will also make special note that Zevran in particular is the newest one. He doesn't actually know him all that well, but he sees that he really likes Chomper. And Chomper's a good person, so Zevran's probably also pretty good. He's probably been a very good influence on him. Before excusing himself. Zevran's interview, however. Mixed ranged fighter. He wouldn't say that he has any particular weaknesses, but he will also note that he's probably not got particular strength either. He is definitely not telling them about his special traits. But he's just going to say flatly that he's confused so frequently with so many of the things that seem to be happening around with the two other teams, but he likes Chomper and he wants to just kind of be near him. They'll ask if he's got a crush or something, to which he'll say he can't answer, but it's probably something like that. They might be a little surprised with how blasé he is about just kind of admitting that. To which he'll say, like, hey, if you can figure it out for me, that'd be pretty great, actually. It doesn't sound completely correct, but it's probably in that ballpark. And then the interviews will be over. To which they will deliberate and inform the team that they're going to be put in medium rank, or in the medium tier.
Yeah, that was kind of expected. On one hand, we're kind of overpowered for our group. On the other hand, we're a dysfunctional mess. So that tracks.
Just a little dysfunctional.
You know, like I said earlier, we're only the most dysfunctional team in this entire event. Only. You know.
That just be how it is. Just...
So anyways, what to now?
Well, the interviews are over. You've been placed, and you can decline having a team name, or you can put on Team Tiny, or whichever one you wanted. Or group name.
I mean, if we pick a group name, Vane's still just in favor of like the very simple team iteration, but you know.
Yep. Team iteration, team time. Any name that is wanted.
I mean, Vane doesn't care enough about having an overarching name, but if we pick one, that's the one he wants to put in for.
Edge is going to try one last thing. What if we just come out guns blazing? Team chosen. Team chosen.
No, not everyone on the team is a chosen.
No, but most.
I don't even think, considering when you guys showed up, I don't even know if you guys are actually chosen, or if you're just transients.
We're cool enough to be chosen.
That a cool factor is not a part of it.
Well, it should be.
If being cool was required for being a chosen, I would have already been excluded.
Well, I don't know. Probably some middle to high school categories of cool would fit you.
From the very few memories I have, I was a workaholic who happened to like, I think it was classical music. What part of that says any amount of cool?
Actually,
General disinterest in most everyone else, and black.
yeah, I kind of gotta argue that for a lot of people really like the whole noir thing, so that actually can be pretty cool. Although, you know, and if you
I
go
have
darker
no
with it and
idea
say
what
how,
you just said.
oh,
I
it's
don't
like
know what noir is.
it's like a detective fiction, like shows, books, stories. It's more like a you know, how they boost up how cool cops can be, even though, you know, most cops are kind of asshats, but
They're
you can have like
mostly
an action movie
incompetent
cop.
from what I remember, but okay.
Have you heard of Dick Tracy?
No.
Ah.
Zevran will give Chopper a consolatory pat while Edge rolls his eyes. Fuck.
Pyro's just looking at Edge in confusion.
Sorry, unsophisticated.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't either.
You heathen.
Are you saying that to me or him?
I had no expectations that he read Pyro, come on.
The best part is that considering where he was in his world's like technological like timeline, the technology that Vade had access to was mostly like 80s anyway, so he wouldn't have been able to see like the film or anything, unless you're talking about the original like 1930s like comic strip, of which Vade definitely did not read comics.
No, definitely not. Edge's standards are just all over the goddamn place.
So, Edge, what did we learn?
I'm in a group with a team. Keys.
You cut out.
About that.
I'm in a group with a team of monkeys.
No, I'm a bird.
Primitives.
Considering what I know of your technology, I guess that's technically correct. You should have expected that from the beginning.
I had hope that, like, you were at least an intellectual.
You did meet the other. The other me specifically mentioned being able to interface with Bien after figuring it out for a little bit. I'm very much so capable of interfacing with your technology if you just give me a bit. I just also don't know whatever pop culture references you keep trying to make at me.
God damn it.
What part of me makes you think that I went and paid attention to anything pop culture?
I don't know, just to be in the general.
For what? Small talk around the water cooler?
That is so important to day-to-day activities.
Pyro's just snickering to himself, hearing them talk between themselves.
You will never make connections or have people want to give you information. Fail this vital first half step.
Sounds like we should have a movie night, eh?
It's also very funny because Edge is nailing something completely because it was not Vade's job in the partnership to go and talk to people in any way. The only people he talked to were the ones that he got too worried that his partner would snap and kill for like interviews.
Edge, correct, on accident.
On accident, yeah. Also, notably, Vane was not even going to bother asking Kaza his opinion about the whole cool argument because he kind of already knows where Kaza stands on that.
Yep.
Which would result in Kaza immediately disagreeing with Vane, so he wasn't going to lose the mini argument for himself like that.
No. He's going to bring in evidence that supports his side, and only that. That's just the proper debate.
You know, he's not in a court of law or anything, so he's not required to give up any and all information relevant to the case. Because it gets very hard to argue that you're not in fact cool if your boyfriend is standing right there going, "Yeah, you're cool."
I don't know. I
Becomes
manage to
very
do it all
hard
the
very
time.
quickly. What'd you say, Zen?
I said, I don't know. I do it all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. As Rex pouts.
Why is Rex pouting?
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Anyways, Veda's just gonna go. Well, I guess we've all been ranked as being in the middle bracket together, so I'm kind of relieved about that, considering that if we were in the upper bracket, we stood no chance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Also, I don't feel like trying to prepare to fight a psychic seer. Even if she can't look into my head, really, she's still a seer. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to try and plan around a seer.
I don't know why, but when I saw her, I just got really nervous all of a sudden.
That's probably because if you give her half the chance, she's going to mess with you.
Saga really is like that. She pranks ruthlessly.
As a bit of a reminder, she specifically went around the team party trying to get as many people drunk as possible.
Huh.
So that way she could, you know, be entertained and mess with them slightly.
I see.
And considering, what was the game? The Ricochet, I think the game was called Ricochet. Considering what happened at the Ricochet game, I think she'll look for any excuse to mess with you now.
Pyro shudders. Yeah.
Anyways, I guess there's a fair amount of work to be done now, considering all the teams are registering. I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on which ones are likely to be put in the middle bracket. Keep notes of them. Though, I also guess that not much is going to be happening right now, so I guess you guys going to be doing anything remotely important? Or are you just going to
Uh,
go back to general training? I'm hearing a whole lot of silence to my question.
Demon, are you there?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go ahead.
I thought that question was to everyone.
It was to everyone.
Ah,
That's why he said you guys.
Yeah, I thought Gimund was gonna go first. Well, whoops. Well, I guess I'll just go. Paz is tilting his head and just saying, not particularly. No, don't have anything specific to do at the moment.
All right.
And I've been kind of training with Zeph all for a while now, by ourselves. I kind of want to see if y'all wanted to do any either training or hanging out or something. Kind of go with what y'all are doing. Though I wish Team Darklight didn't start leaving already. I kind of wanted to see if we all wanted to hang out for a bit or don't have to practice, but
Pyro
just,
and Edge are right
catch up.
there.
Well,
Hi.
not hi. I mean, like I said, everyone.
Well, you said Team Darklight.
Yes.
There was exactly
Team
one
Darklight.
member of Team Darklight missing. You can just say that you wish Squirrel stayed around. That is far more correct than saying Team Darklight. We have 2/3 of Team
Oh.
Darklight.
Oh, I thought Team Darklight was Squirrel and Pyro together.
And Edge.
An edge.
And Edge. So the whole team's not here. That's all I said.
If you say that a team is missing, that implies that no members of the team are around. We have 2 of them right there.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. I wish Squirrel was still here, so everybody was here from Team Darklight. Does that better?
Yes.
Okay. That.
He probably went to go to his whatchamacallit, his school thing that he mentioned before we got registered.
Yeah, he probably wants to finish things up before this thing starts.
How long does his classes last, Pyro? Do you know?
they go from morning to afternoon. But since I think school does seem ready and willing to pause classes so that the craft some things for all the incoming
You're kind of
visitors.
breaking up really bad.
Yeah, you might want to reconnect.
Yeah.
How's this?
I mean, we'll have to see. But thus far, it seems like it's fine.
Alrighty then. Okay. So, the classes go from morning to afternoon, but they will be suspending them for the duration of the tournament. The workshops are still open, and the tools are available for use, so that students can make things to potentially show off their skills or sell to the influx of people that are going to be coming to the region due to the event. It's gonna be a big one after all. There's going to be a lot of people just to be audience members.
So he doesn't actually have classes right. He doesn't actually have classes right now, but he probably didn't know. He probably didn't know that, so he hadn't gone to the school yet.
That, or he wants to work on his golem.
Well,
Edge is going to offer that one since, as far as if Rallis is to be believed, his aura training, at least to make the tools, and the general aura, is ready.
Plus, I imagine that since this was like literally announced, the classes are probably still partially open if there's some he wants to like finish up.
I don't know how the classes in the school work, so I guess. Either way, Chopper, if you wanna ask him to hang out, why don't we go and ask him directly?
Sure. I was just saying I wish he was here. I didn't want to bug him and kind of give him a space so he can learn his golem making, but he kind of seemed like he wanted to go since it wasn't really doing anything here anymore. So I don't want to like force him back or anything. We just kind of, just wanted to include him,
I mean, he kind of always wants to go to do his own thing. So I think if you actually want to invite him to stuff, you just gotta go do it.
I mean, I can go with you, Chomper, because I want to check in on something I asked him to do.
No, let's all go do something. I want to hang out with all of you too, of course. I hate to make it where it's always about going to go get Squirrel somewhere, but I mean, he's not here, and if y'all want to go and get him with me, sure. But whatever y'all want to do, I'm for. Let's go. Let's hang out and, maybe we can watch a noir movie? I don't know where to get one of those. Never mind. Yeah, anything y'all want to do. I'm just happy to be here without everybody.
Had a character question. Does the Pokemon world have a concept for movies?
But we have computers, so
They're just not completely widespread.
Yeah.
They're more high-tech areas, so the places you've been probably don't have, like, casual TVs.
I mean, Eden might. Might. Eden's pretty nice. But no, we'd probably need to go to the academy for that. The one in the world. The plagiarized academy. Which I'm sure they don't want to be called, but this is out of game, so.
Yeah.
Lamau. Well, Ben, since you were the one asking that question, is there anything that you wanted us to do together?
Yeah, something that could benefit the team and help us, up our chances for success.
That probably just boils down to team training.
True. That also is it's physical training, but mental training's important too. Got to make sure we're ready for the tournament when it happens, and we can't do it if we're all tired, fatigued, and overworked. That and social training's important too. Got to know about stuff going on in the world, right?
Honestly, the part that I'm most confident about is the tournament. What experience do we really have doing any of the other ones? Because, there's the tournament, but there's also the Explorer, Rescue, and Prospecting event. We haven't done much exploring. We did one rescue thing with the whole invader event. I guess let's call it that. But that was also mostly just us staying out of the way and doing what little we could to help, considering we couldn't do much there. And then for prospecting, I mean, I guess I've done a fair bit of that over the past week. I know some other people have done consistent dungeon runs, but as a team, we have done basically none of those at all.
Yeah. And I know whenever I used to go to tournaments, I kind of at least scope out who's going to be there, or at least what kind of tournament it is. And if it's based on what, a certain thing, I'd practice that, that tournament's game. Why don't we ask, I usually would ask, like, a tournament, runner or somebody who's been more seasoned, like a veteran. Why don't we ask, like, another team, like, Farion's team, or Samantha, or Sigmund, or anybody who's ever been in one of these tournaments or seen them, so we can have an idea.
Or how about that is decent, but also we can just get some missions. The guild is right here.
That too.
I'm kind of interested since now we know what rank we are. I'm kind of interested to scout to see what other things we're going to be dealing with.
Yeah, that I'm still very much so in favor of that. We just have to remember that it's going to take time for most teams to get together and decide that they're a good fit and actually go and register.
True. Probably best to give it some time for now then.
Yeah, we're definitely not waiting until it starts to do that. But at least for initial efforts, it's probably for the best if we figure out what the events are likely going to require and then try and practice those a bit. Because for a tournament, I mean, I guess we aren't exactly the best team combatants. We don't really fight as a group ever. We haven't had to. But also, we do have a disproportionately large amount of chosen, and we are very much so stronger than our ranks imply.
True.
So the tournament, even if we're not working together the best, we might just be able to brute force that. And to be honest, with the level of teamwork that's probably going to be displayed by most of the other teams out there, we're not exactly going to catch up on that front magically within a week. And the reason that I say within a week is that's assuming that we're working on that as it goes on. So I say we focus our efforts on trying to become a little bit more familiar with explorer, rescue, and prospector missions.
Yeah, not a bad idea. This guild in specific probably has a lot of prospector missions, mainly, but they probably just have a ton of any. I'm gonna go check on them. Wanna come, Chomper?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Maybe we can go and poke Squirrel on the way as well at some point. Let them know we're about to do this.
Sure. I mean,
I was gonna say.
I mean, if we end up getting any prospecting missions, he might like some of those.
Yeah, he could probably get some more like stuff for his golem. And I was gonna ask Kaza, since you're pretty much de facto team leader, and you would be the one kind of wrangling any team plays, team moves. What do you think about everything?
I think getting some more field experience would be pretty good, but just to be sure, it might be good if we tried, like, small-scale combos?
Yes! That's what I'm thinking. Like, just something small, one at a time. Maybe, like, two to a team combo or something, so we don't make it too complicated. I don't want a repeat of the Wall of 87. Or reference. The wall that hurt Squirrel and, me because I got a little too carried away with doing team stuff.
Zebrin flips his arm and just nods.
Pyro's just looking to Edge again for hopefully some clarification.
It's no, not I'm not. We're not touching that.
Also,
Is it? Oh.
I'm just going to remind you real quick, Chomper, that remember I'm the one who is supposed to decide what missions we take and tactical things.
Oh, so you have all the combat plays that we're gonna do in a team fight?
Not all of it. I said tactics.
Got it. So run by you if we're
Do you
gonna
not,
be
do you
doing
not know
any...
the difference?
Well, yeah, technically, tactics is whatever you're gonna do to kind of going forward, what plans you're having, and well, yeah, pretty much. Same. I got you. So you're the one I go to if we are going to plan a play of sorts for a mission.
Yes. Now again, please continue asking Kaza for advice on things. I just want to point out because you specifically said because Kaza was de facto team leader. I just wanted to make sure you understood that.
So Kaza does the talky stuff. You do the tactical stuff.
Yes, Kaza does the talking, I do planning.
Has he a thumbs
Kaza
up?
is very good at talking. He's not bad at planning, but that's kind of where my strengths lie, so.
Snatch and grab. Okay, I think I get what you're talking about. Got it. Jumper, make a note and put that exact thing you said right by your name now.
I did not say snatch and grab it. Kaza, I didn't say snatch and grab or imply any of that.
Oh no,
during
that
any of
was
this, right?
it's a movie reference. Don't listen. I'm talking to myself. Got what you said. Tactics. He does the talking. Gotcha.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're saying that Vane is in charge of general finesse. Right?
Chomper just kind of finger wags at you, not looking up as they still are scribbling in their notes frantically.
Kaza is unsure if he is correct or not.
A Mao?
I do just want to reiterate, please continue to ask Kaza questions about things, because again, he is still vastly more experienced than any of us when it comes to things. I don't want you to stop doing that. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that I was still in charge of tactical things.
Talk to Kaza still. Vane is responsible for the tech. Kaza for the talk. Tech talk. Circle, 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 circle. Thumbs up at Vane.
I guess if you want combo help, me and Edge are the people to go to.
Oh,
yeah,
so you've done a lot of combos in your day, huh? You two do a lot of team moves?
We do them always with every attack. Every time he swings me, it's a combo.
Oh, that does make sense. You are kind of like swinging a weapon, I suppose. So combo weapon. To be honest, I never thought of you as a weapon, though. Even though you're a sword.
There's multiple ways to use Edge.
You know what? You guys have fun with this. I'm going to go see what he's managed to find in terms of missions, and he's just gonna leave.
I'll say it is around at this point when everyone gets a message on the app from Samantha.
Oh, Pyro's app?
Yes.
Yeah.
The text thing.
Ah, my brain IM's going off. Didn't y'all get that message?
Pyro's gonna
sorry.
open it.
Jumper
Hey.
taps the side of their head.
Hey, so something weird happened. I got a notification from some scrambled name, and then a black Eevee showed up in flipped me over and dipped. What the fuck happened?
Who just said this?
Pyro's just gonna send a ... in the chat. And then just send, where are you?
I'm in the library. In Lulite.
Pyro's just gonna look to Kaza. Can I get teleported to the library, please?
Sure. Do you know something?
Yeah, let's not do a no
Pyro-
time to explain moment.
Pyro's
Yeah.
just going to say... So, if you all look down, Chomper, and is Kaza still connected to the network, or no?
Yes, he is. I imagined at some point someone briefly passed it back and forth to Vade and Kaza just to get them the integration.
We did say that would happen really quickly on the during the time skip, so
So I believe
Everyone
I
is connected.
mentioned... Oh, go ahead.
Everyone is now connected. Everyone can get the messenger.
yep.
We're on the family plan. Hooray.
So, Chomper, Paz, I don't know if Scruff is nearby,
Mm-hmm.
Kaza, if you all look down in the message contacts, you see one that's very odd.
I can't read that. Wait, I kind of can. There are
Also,
letters.
I will remind you real quick. Paz left to go over to like see what missions were available, and Vane went after him after a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Paz was still there. Okay,
No,
so just
neither
Chomper and...
Paz nor Vane are actually standing right there. Although after seeing weird stuff go on, Vane will just send a quick message to Pyro going, "Hey, either get detailed good information or wait for me to get back." Because he's just assuming that Pyro is going to run off, get a bunch of half-baked information, and then have to get a translator to explain things to him again.
I'm out.
Pyro's just gonna send a text message to Vane of... So... Samantha got a message from the, strange scrambled contact, and apparently a black Eevee showed up and, did something to Samantha and then just left.
My prior message stands.
We should
As his goal has gone from find out what missions Paz found to God, now I need to go grab Paz. He has changed his goal midway there.
Well, in this case, Squirrel should have access to the IMs as well, right? To see what's going on.
Yes, that is correct. She
Yeah.
sent it to everyone.
Chomper pokes in the thing. Hey, maybe we should check with Samantha and see what's actually going on. Regroup. Smiley face.
Kaza's going to send Samantha an IM on the group chat that she has started. When you say he flipped you, did he actually flip you? A pause before she'll respond like, "Yeah, I was on my feet one moment and then I was on my back the next. I don't know what happened in the interim period or what he even did, but my back hit the floor."
Heyo. So that was Nova?
No, I don't think it's Noah. So I had a little memory moment. And
Okay.
with the help of Scroll, I was able to unlock a data cube. But a little before that, okay.
Uh-huh.
So, to back up a little bit, when I first got a fragment of Noah, I basically went unconscious for a little bit and ended up in uh that archive space I took you to test out to see if your battle beat works in there.
Yeah, that one big place. Yeah, got it. So what happened?
It was all dark, and I decided to try and see if I could bring Edge there. Edge was able to be called there, and while we were in there, we saw what looked like Noah, but it was a not Noah, it turns out. That looks like a black Eevee with white eyes.
Are they connected to Noah?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay. So we don't know about this person, but they kind of look like Noah, and they flipped Samantha around. Samantha's not hurt. That's all we know. Right?
Well, I'm glad she's not hurt, because... basically sends Chomper the video of what happened at the end.
And what happened at the end?
Pyro and Edge getting shot a whole bunch.
By what? Wait.
The silhouette of the one of the people that attacked the facility.
Ah. Huh.
In Pyro's world.
So yeah, maybe we should go either check on Samantha, or talk to her more, get more info.
Everyone's going to send the next I am. Like, could you tell us any details? Well, he looked like a silhouette of an Eevee that was all black. He had no features. Well, before he disappeared, it looked like he had a mouth all of a sudden.
He had a...
He gained a feature after he flipped you? I think so? 3 question marks.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So he didn't have a mouth, and then when he touched you, flipped you, he got a mouth. Do you feel any difference, Samantha? Anything off with you? Chomper sending.
Confused, slightly disoriented. Think I'll get a glass of water or something.
Good, good. Let us know if you have anything that feels off. Make sure he didn't drain anything from you or something. So, a person who looks kind of like Noah flipped Samantha and got a mouth from it. Huh. Any way we can get a tab on them somehow, or watch out for them? Have anybody seen this person before? This is my first time hearing about another Noah.
Is he writing this in the chat, or is he saying this out loud?
Trying to keep it in chat so it's discreet.
All right. In that case, Vane will just instantly reply with 2 words: "Ask Pyro."
Chomper does an emoji of like an eye looking, and then it says at Pyro.
All I basically know is that their contact name is Bad Wolf, which it looks really scrambled. And apparently they know stuff, maybe? I have no idea what they know, but they know something.
Well, if they're in our contacts, why don't we just message them? I'd suggest.
You know what? Pyro's just gonna, open up the contact text message screen, and then just, message. Why did you, flip Samantha upside down?
Unfortunately, there is no reply. But then a surprise message will come from Gregor.
Hmm?
Along with what seems to be a picture. Gregor has found him.
Okay. What's the picture?
It is a black silhouette of an Eevee with a white mouth that seems to be standing in the middle of an empty hallway, sitting down as if waiting patiently. Gregor will say hello and ask your question for you.
Pyro's immediately sending a message to Squirrel. Can you go check on Gregor? And then, basically forward the image that Gregor sent to him. Or us.
I think we should all go to the academy right now.
You mean the smithing school?
That. As Chomper's making their like motion to start moving over to that direction. Eh?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Thomas will agree to this. They know his actual location at this moment.
I'm hoping everybody else got the IMs of this too, where they will get relayed it.
There is
AKA...
the group chat that everyone's been putting their messages into.
Well, for the sake of...
I think is giving Bane an aneurysm of, oh, I've found the enigmatic individual. Here he is. Picture. I'm going to say hello.
To be fair, he doesn't actually care that much right now because he's not paying as much attention because he's just going to get Paz at this point. That's what he's focused on.
And Paz is just ignoring everything that's going on, actually. He knows that it's happening, but he doesn't freaking care. He wants to do this thing first before he deals with that.
Well, on
Somebody does a small
now.
Well, on the good news, there is a lot of prospecting missions, which are generally divided into order submissions. Of people are requesting this much ore of this type, and will pay more than the guild will per piece, up to an amount.
Paz is nodding. Yeah, I figured there'd be a lot of this. He's looking to see if there's any missions that are not about prospecting.
Well, there's the usual pickaxe retrieval. There is the patrol missions tending to the mushroom farms, but now it seems that there are some new positions of if anyone is interested in working at stalls or booths. for a short-term period.
Oh, I imagine those. I imagine that those are for teams that are not participating in the event. Well, those are automatic.
So,
No. Ah, then he's gonna read closer.
because only one event will happen per day, so there is actually a lot of time afterwards between the events where a lot of teams may just be milling around or talking to some other teams or just now well after the event is concluded and the area is basically finished being used, the designated area, it will be open to be explored by civilians and or other teams that want to check it out. Basically, tours explaining things, and the teams that are volunteering for this will be given a guide explaining why each piece is as it is, or if it is in fact a specific recreation of something.
Hmm. I have a feeling Chomper may like one of these jobs, even if he might need some help with that.
Of course, there are also the refreshment stands or custodial work for helping with the inns that they've thrown together for potentially people who have come from long distances.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, Paz is just good. Paz is just going to keep observing them until Bane arrives, because he knows. Because I'm pretty sure that he knows that he's coming at this point.
Yep. The Veda's just gonna go. All right, Paz. Quickly, if you found anyone that are particularly valuable or interesting or good, just show them to me now. We're gonna have to leave in a second.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of them around here. We have prospecting job, the judge for the mushroom farms. There's also this new types of job that are for being um basically guides after the events are over every day for the civilians to being shown off around the place. Hmm. And Paz is just going to take the ones that are the most lucrative and show them to Bane.
Fair enough. That those would be those would be the post event tour guides. They pay quite the lot actually because you'll have to be managing a group and making sure that they don't like wander off under your supervision.
It seems the tour guide ones are the most lucrative at the moment. But there's also the ones for prospecting, which would be good for our practicing, I suppose.
The practice is probably more valuable than just making some extra pokey, unless it's an extreme amount. Hey, Digi, how much is it?
Um, if the guild is buying something for half price, this person will buy the ores or each of the ores or a piece of coal for 80% of their actual price.
Now, I think he was asking about the tour guiding. How
Yeah, he
much
was
is
asking
it?
about the tour guide thing.
Oh, it's 4,000 per group, but you have to take them from beginning to end. For probably about uh a period of maybe an hour to an hour and a half.
That's a lot, actually.
Yeah, about to say, Vade's gonna look at that and go, I mean, that might not be as lucrative as dedicated prospecting. Well, actually, it's probably more valuable in the short term. It's just less repeatable. Huh. Well, I don't know if we're gonna full on sign up for those right now because we do need to get in at least some amount of practice.
But it is good to keep them in mind, though. I get the feeling some of the others might just like them.
Yeah, either way, we'll go ahead and probably accept a couple of the prospecting jobs just in the meantime. We can just do those whenever anyway, so might as well,
Yeah,
because we
and
aren't going to be, in active competition while these are going on. Anyway, let's just go ahead and quickly accept a couple of the prospecting ones and then get back over to the group.
yep, we need to deal with whatever's going on.
Yep. Vane will go ahead and take out a couple of prospecting missions, but he's going to make sure to not double up on any given type, so that way as many of them could technically be completed at once.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That way, in
Pat's gonna
case
make
we
sure
get a
that-
little bit stiffed, we could just do another run or two and still be fine instead of having to, sit there and grind, copper for the next 5 hours.
Yeah. Paz is gonna make sure to not double up on the ingredients either.
And then, Vane is gonna go ahead and grab Paz and return.
Yeah. And I imagine they already left this meeting school, so Paz will probably point out that we should probably head there.
Well, he'll see if they left already first.
Fair.
Alrighty. Squirrel.
Yes.
I imagine that you are very hard at work.
Yes, he is.
Would you give me a perception roll?
Well, first off, Squirrel is actually working on something in particular. The, prosthetic leg for Vane. But for perception...
Oh. It almost kept going.
I'm good with that 7.
Well. You feel the thud instead of just hearing it. It felt like it came from not too far outside your door. But other than that, nothing else seems to have happened. Except for there's someone sitting next to you now.
Oh, well, that will give him a start. Because he's kind of, in a, school, so hearing a thud, or feeling a thud and stuff wouldn't faze him much, but, yeah, he'll have a start at the, suddenly somebody next to him.
Yeah, because the door didn't open. The door is still closed.
That's concerning.
Hi there?
They're going to lean closer before approaching as you have slightly jumped, before pressing against your side. And well, it's kind of hard to tell unless you use their ears as sort of like a direction of where where the front of their head is, but you're assuming this is some affectionate gesture.
And it's a black Eevee?
Yes, with no eyes, a white mouth, and a bow tie.
Who are you?
message will pop up in the messenger under the garbled name. Your friend.
Squirrel was kind of ignoring all of that, so I guess I'll do a perception to see if he sees that pop up. But he was ignoring all of the other messages. No, that's below average. He probably is not going to notice that.
Then it's just going to make actually no noise, which is strange because you're pretty sure that your fur being ruffled around would have created some noise. So this silence is actually quite unnerving.
Well, Squirrel's gonna look back over to the door, seeing it closed. He's gonna shrug a little. Well, I guess if you want to be around while I work. Was about to say watch him work, but then he's like, oh right, no eyes. I guess okay.
Well, it's going to go next to where you were before you jumped slightly. Sit and just stare at the prosthetic in progress. Well, in the direction of it, you're assuming is where it's facing. It has a mouth now, so you can kind of tell where the front is.
Squirrel will shrug and resummon the aura tools and get back to work. Considering this is essentially what he's kind of considering the leg to be the prototype for him making the golem, so
Good first step.
yeah. Just one body part before deciding to make an entirely new life.
Yeah.
You know, as you do.
Did you want rolls for that, by the way?
Yes, please give me a craft check with an additional 2 dice.
Alright. Do any of my specialties apply?
I believe you had a smithing specialty.
Yes.
Do you have any others that might be relevant?
Probably the blueprint one.
I'll accept it.
Alright, so 4 extra dice. Of course, that I get a bunch of 10s on. And how many boosts do I actually have? Oh, I've got plenty. I'm gonna boost all those ones.
So many 5s in that roll.
Yeah, but not worth a vigor for that. But the 9s might be. We'll see how the soul boost works out.
Well, you can't vigor for the 5s anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that, but then saw the 9s and was like, those might be worth it, but either way. Okay, well, an extra 9, I think I will vigor it, because this is important. Plus 4. 4. Change this to a 9. And this to 9. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'll lock in at 25.
Cool.
Wow, we. All right then. That aura crafting is going very well. You are very confident in this design and most things about this. This can probably just sort of like, well, with a bit of specialized fitting, just slip right on. You might have this done by the end of, well, by the end of the day, which isn't all that far away. If you, well, you're used to working and focusing, so finishing this within the day sounds pretty good. Especially considering that you finished prosthetic in under 24 hours. An entire prosthetic.
To be fair, like half of that was also learning how to do all this stuff in the or not half of it, but he spent like the last week or so learning how to do all this stuff. So
Yeah.
Your guest is still very incredibly still. But it probably doesn't take long for everyone else to locate a flipped Gregor who is kind of flailing his legs in the air. His head makes it very difficult for him to get back on his feet properly.
Gregor, can you grab things with your legs?
I I might do damage.
Vade is just
I
going to
got a locker.
make a length of chain.
Ooh, this will do. Gregor was considering accidentally pulling a locker out of the wall. Too risky. Too risky. But with effort, people can flip him back over right side up. And he also seems slightly disoriented.
Everything feeling alright, Gregor? Nothing off?
Well, I must admit, this has been a very new experience. I do not often take a moment to look exclusively at the ceiling.
Gamer. I mean, got you. Yeah. Chomper may have
But
lots of references in their head.
what in the world flipped you upside down?
I don't know. I was trying to talk to this. Well, I'm not completely sure what they were. Little black Evie? And then, then everything spun around all of a sudden. And as you saw me, and then I lost sight of them. Not that they said anything to me.
So
Where did
the same thing that happened to Samantha?
But their
Yeah.
mouth moved, but nothing came out.
So
think-
either they're really into judo, or
Did anything change about them after they grabbed at you?
Well, unfortunately, I lost sight of them after I ended up in that position. I don't know.
It might be
You don't know
Noah grabbing out his spare parts again. depending. I'm not sure if anything changed when, you know, he grabbed Gregor. But so far, the only people that have seemed to have a sighting of him are people that have had fragments of Noah.
Well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, I'm gonna go over to check on Squirrel. I don't know where he went off to, and you don't say you know where he went, but that most likely will be going towards Squirrel.
Honestly, honestly, it's likely that Dark Eve is probably with Squirrel at the moment. He's the one that has
over there.
he's the one that has the biggest piece.
Yep, I'm gonna go check on Squirrel, and Chomper goes to where Squirrel's room is.
Taz is gonna follow behind Chopper.
The door
Pyro's
opens,
following.
and there is Squirrel working on the prosthetic and that enigmatic Eevee, now with a bow tie. He doesn't even seem to react as they open the door. He just keeps facing in the direction of the prosthetic.
Probably as they're opening the door, Squirrel's kind of looking over at the Eevee. What do you think of this so far?
The mouth moves and no noise happens before it sends another message. Squirrel might not see it, so it just seems to do some silent gesture.
I am rolling again. Oh, this time I think you'll see it.
Bink.
So the first message was your friend, and now what's it saying?
Very lightweight but durable.
Wait, is that you?
Question mark.
It-
Question.
Squirrel saying this out loud or in the IM?
Out loud.
He'll get a question mark in response.
Are you Noah?
Who did he say?
Hey, Squirrel, you haven't got flipped yet, have you? He's been flipping people. Also, is that Noah? We did not know if that was Noah or not. At least 100%.
It's the assumption.
Squirrel will get a response of no. I am too early.
Too early?
Oh.
So are you the start of Noah, but not full yet?
That's what it sounds like.
Taz is gonna
It's
raise an
going
eyebrow.
to cross its arms and finally seem to look back at everyone else before sending Squirrel another message. I am the inside.
Of Noah or someone else?
It's going to look around the room as if pondering its words again before saying yoke.
What did he say? Because I didn't hear that.
Yoke. YOLK.
So you are part of Noah then? Because I'm pretty sure Squirrel's aware that Noah is essentially an egg.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way,
'Cause,
I'm just asking. This Shadow Eve is having this conversation privately with Squirrel, right?
Well, Squirrel is
unfortunately,
saying his
only-
response.
He
No,
is
I know,
only
but-
sending messages to Squirrel.
Yeah. So from our perspective, we're just seeing Squirrel respond to whatever he's saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
That's what I wanted to confirm. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Oh, so you were going to say something, Bane?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
He's going to ponder this and say, in a sense.
So what's going on here? You seem to be talking to him, Squirrel?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hey,
We just
came
arrived here.
we got the IM too that he was here and he had flipped Samantha and got a mouth, so wasn't too sure. Sounds like everything's going okay and he might be part of Noah. Confirmed?
Was he speaking to you? Was he speaking to you privately?
Yes.
Oh. So it seems like he's friendly. I guess he's been watching you work on your stuff. Does he want anything or need help with something?
I don't know. He just showed up and he's been sitting here while I'm working.
Well, at least he's not causing problems. At least currently.
Are you the Eevee from my Mindscape?
It's going to turn towards Pyro. And finally he'll get one IM. No, Edge
What?
made that one.
What did it say?
No, Edge made that one.
Ira's gonna look at Edge.
What the fuck? What do you mean I made that one? You need to explain, little brat. You need to explain. Hey, respond to me, Jared. Hello.
So
To elaborate.
so
Now
then
you're ignoring Edge.
so the Eevee hasn't been causing issues, right? And the other reason I'm asking is because apparently he has suplexed both Samantha and Gregor. Flipped them
No,
upside down, apparently.
he's been sitting here quietly.
Okay. Huh.
Well, I
Kind
guess
of-
message if that changes.
Yeah.
So, he's a part of Noah? Kaz is going to ask now.
He said
apparently.
he is the Yolk, but he did not actually I'm more assuming that he is part of Noah. He just said. He said before, right?
Yes, he said he was too early.
Ah, too early. He said he was too early when I asked if he was Noah. And said that he is the Yolk, but Squirrel kind of shrugs.
Kazo starts looking a little tense and he looks over at Vane.
Vane is just gonna sigh and just go, so he might be... Okay. He's gonna give the little shadow being a look. And he's just going to go, alright, my question for you is, how much of hell are you?
It's going to send Vane an IM now and said, everything that didn't get caught.
Cryptic. Everything that didn't get caught is what he said to me, by the way.
So he's the part that wasn't in the shadows in the library?
That's what I'm
That's-
assuming.
I didn't know that there was parts that
Well-
went missing.
Well, we can't assume that over in Icona they managed to grab every last drop of him.
Also,
So-
well, from what I know, the Basque Legion is apparently an amalgamation of souls, but hell isn't just a person; it's a place. Maybe he's supposed to be the place.
Well, yeah, but also the part that I'm more concerned about is I think this is the part of Noah that got hurt over in Icona and wasn't able to be grabbed up before they all came over here.
Oh,
After all, he's the part that wasn't caught.
Haz is going to nod. Ah,
Hmm.
So I guess Edge's behavior aside, what do you mean Edge made the you in my mindscape?
Edge or Pyro will get another I am.
Pyro will read it.
You both have a piece inside of you, but Edge feels fear towards me.
that makes a lot of sense.
Vane is just, Vane, seeing just all of this going on, is just going to sigh and make a new group chat and try and add the corrupted name to it.
This works, actually. It accepts the invitation.
He's just going to say out loud, there, now we all don't need to keep trying to tell each other what this one is saying.
That works.
There.
Haz
On
gives a
that
thumbs up.
note, what should we call this one? I don't want to call them Hell Noah. Wolf Noah?
Well, that's not also that's not exactly correct currently. What do you want to be called?
It seems to be thinking about this one, but it will make a statement. I can't be named yet because I haven't determined how I want to be yet. I haven't been born correctly yet.
Well, in that case, you good with us calling you Yolk?
Yoke is okay.
Yolk, would you like some food? Like dungeon food berries? Hungry?
This would do nothing for me.
Thought I'd at least ask.
Is there a
I-
place you can safely stay? 'Cause most likely you out and about isn't gonna be good.
Actually, Paz is going to be asking a question in the group chat. Do you want to be brought over to the other part of you that did get caught? Because we know where it is.
No, we are in a disagreement.
Okay, good to know.
Now Kaz is going to ask, why are you flipping people? And Yoke will respond, I would like my shell back.
You could try asking.
They are not my friends.
Kind of hard to make friends if you keep flipping people on their back.
I kind of figured that we really should have only shared him with, actual... Anyways, I can try and transfer what I've got of Noah to you if you would like.
Hey, Yoke, what does happen when you get the rest of Noah? I will go back to sleep and continue my progress. Then Noah will wake up.
So that means Noah can get his physical form back.
What would happen if we formed Noah without you? The mouth is going to go away, as it seems to be paying a lot of attention to Kaza now.
Pyro's keeping an eye on it.
Steps back.
What was that?
Kaza takes 2 steps back, as Yoke seems to be paying a lot of attention to him after he asked that question.
Chomper senses a bit of tension there and is putting themselves more in between Yoke and Kaza at the moment.
The mouth comes back and the tension seems to slightly dissipate as he will just respond, "That would be a poor choice."
So you mentioned that you and the other part are in a disagreement. What are you disagreeing about?
He would wish me to die. I disagree.
Die as opposed to go back to sleep like you want. If that is what you want. Alright, so you're too early and you're not ready yet. What are you supposed to become?
This depends on the influences that I am given. But my other part wishes me aborted.
In that case, what is the most likely of your outcomes?
And Paz is going to ask, why does the Basculium want you gone?
An egg breaks when its purpose is fulfilled.
Normally, yes. But as far as I'm aware, Noah was already broken.
He wants guaranteed safety. I have no ill will towards Noah. There could be other methods. But they like certainty. So I would prefer to have my shell back before the Basque Legion engages with me, so that he will no longer have a choice in the matter.
Either way, I'm still going to try and get their side of this.
Of course.
That doesn't really answer my question.
I don't like the idea of them not having a choice.
So, what is the most likely outcome then? That depends on what I am given. If I am given anger, I will be death. Certain and fast.
I see.
So,
Actually, wait a moment. So, if you are the joke, and no, it annoys the shell of the egg, what is the basically supposed to be?
The nutrients.
Rank up.
Ah,
Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
One Kotiago raided my stream with 10 viewers.
Taya, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? Hope you had a great time over there. I most definitely am not Taya, but, thank you for the raid anyways. You guys have come in at the end of our Lost in Chaos Scar campaign. It's one of our Pokemon tabletop RPGs here. We're actually going to be swapping over here in just a few minutes. But, yeah, thank you so much for sharing your community with me. I really appreciate it. Everyone, make sure you go check out Taya. They are a wonderful being, very adorable, very cute, very much worth your support.
Now, I'm going to say that raid was very well timed because this next line is marvelous without context. Because Yoke is going to raise one paw and place it to their chin and then consider in the group message. Do you think that they're upset that I'm going to devour their existence just by existing?
yes, very much so. Paz is going to answer immediately.
Chomper's going to close their eyes for a second and try to communicate with their Noah.
Alrighty.
If that is possible.
Well, it has been a little bit, and he's been resting well. What you gonna say?
I'd like to think that Chomper would actually have been trying to talk with their Noah a bit, actually, throughout the whole, break and everything, as they have, them as a part of them. But basically, Chomper's is gonna simply be asking, hey, Noah, how do you feel about all this? Have you been listening?
You will get a response that they never even knew that Yoke existed.
Would you like to be brought back together again? Would that help you? He's the part of you that's the hell part, right? But he is a part of you.
They'll give it a try, and hopefully they can find a way for all parts to get along without cannibalizing one another. But, maybe they can, if they just have more life energy?
Chomper nods.
Could a good hell be made?
Chomper opens her eyes. Sorry, I was talking with Noah for a second. This is a lot, but from what I'm hearing, this is a part of Noah still, and it is the hell part, and, well, I mean, we do want every part of Noah to be together at the end of this, right? But we also don't want to make a very bad hell or, well, what you just said, death. I'd say we, we take care of this part of Noah and we try our best to kind of get things on a good track for things to work out. Maybe some, more light, more positive energy, less death stuff.
Considering where
Also-
we're going, I don't know if we're going to see less death.
Well, we can still
Also-
give them good vibes, right?
Also, regardless at the moment, Noah is needing to heal at the moment. So, recombining all of you would, right now, would probably not be great.
Yoke's mouth turns from a perpetual smile upside down. You ask me to wait longer.
Considering the fact that the poison hasn't been removed, your shell would just be filled with poison. So, yes. Unless you want to be surrounded by poison and be in the exact same situation that broke you in the first place.
Yeah, we just want to make sure it goes well. I mean, if you're scared about protection and like a shell, I guess we could be your shell pretty much. Protect you until everything's ready.
Chomper, please do not offer things like that without figuring out what that means first.
The mouth
Sorry, I
goes-
just want to help.
The mouth goes away and says, That would be a poor choice, but the offer is noted."
But like I said, you can't exactly be put back together right now anyway, considering the vast amount of poison.
So that just leaves of where are you going to be staying at? Because the one location that will be very safe for you is not safe because the basculine is there. So you need to be somewhere else.
I'm okay with him staying here with me.
But he can't just stay at the cool squirrel. Do you mean stay with you and Team Dalek in your team room or something?
Wherever I wind up going.
So you're just gonna protect them by yourself? Definitely
am
would
not.
want somebody with you too, because he seems like he's gonna have a lot of people on him.
Especially considering the twins are still around, actively.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main concern.
That kind of why I was kind of worried about him being over here and attracting attention, and maybe if he was, well, thankfully he's not somebody attacky and, dangerous, it seems, at least at the moment. But he is going to attract a lot of dangerous things, probably, right?
The mouth returns in something of a pout, but he will say, "Should I happen upon those two, I will eviscerate them." But then he will hastily add another, "I am generally unharmful to people. I just don't care for them."
So you're
You and me
so you're
both.
perfectly.
Well,
So
rule
you're
run,
perfect-
don't hurt people unless you're in danger and they're gonna hurt you, okay?
So Pass is going to ask after the joke said that. So you're perfectly capable of protecting yourself. I see. Fair enough.
Wait a minute. Are you what really is Noah's shadow?
I am the product of what has of all the inputs I have received,
That you have received or that Noah has received?
Noah.
Hmm.
But I wish to state that I am a separate entity.
Which is why I asked. ...
Eventually, I will become a wholly unique entity.
I do. Okay. What will happen to Noah once that happens? If he's supposed to be just a shell.
He will break. But there are many things that can happen in this world. Perhaps he can be put together. A new filling will have to be found. ... Or maybe he will be a normal Eevee then. Unknown.
That's not
I don't think
reassuring.
Noah will ever quite be a normal Eevee, even regardless of our efforts, if we tried everything to do that.
Besides, I'm pretty sure we'll find some way to have both of you in one piece eventually.
That's definitely sounds better than the idea of Noah breaking. I just want him to be okay.
So I guess for the immediate time frame, do you have a way you can like keep yourself hidden?
I can move very fast.
Well,
Kazu's
the
just
reason
going,
we're
"Hey,
asking about
can you-"
hidden is because of the gods. The gods pay attention to us. If you're around and we happen to not be near one specific individual that casts a veil naturally, or me actively putting up a veil outside of that, which I can only do for a short amount of time and with warning, then the gods might see you. The same gods that, for instance, broke your shell.
We do need to end very
While I am
soon,
not
by the way.
directly hidden, I do believe that trying to look in my general direction may induce blurred vision.
Maybe, but if it's in a unique or distinct way, they're going to send people to investigate that.
Put a blanket on top of me.
That does not solve things.
Edge is just like, alright, that's Yep, alright, I'm convinced now. And I think we can leave it for now.
Perfect timing, considering Fantasy Grounds just kicked me out.
What the heck?
You kicked
Fantasy. He kicked us all out.
Why?
Bummer.
I'm not disconnected.
Don't know,
I'm
but
not
Not
disconnected
either.
either.
It might have cut like your connection for a second, not long enough to disconnect you, but long enough for our things to think, oh, you closed the server.
Ah,
Yeah,
bummer.
me and Gimund are still there.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, guys?
I mean, we were just doing like an RP segment with no rolls on that one anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
still
out, mate.
weird seeing all of the portraits being just blank dark squares.
Yeah. For the soul survivors.
Oh,
And before we make
Well.
this new Noah Mimikyu, throw a sheet over them.
well, for now,
Just put a blanket on him. It's a perfect disguise.
for now, thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was Lost in Chaos Scar. check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by coming by and hanging out, grabbing some merch over at zgfgaming.store, or commissioning one of the artists that I manage for. Their details are at zgf.art. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, everyone.
See you, dudes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.